TV. And our special guest is Doug Saltzman, who I'm going to describe as one of our good regional political analysts who has a huge statewide experience in politics in Pennsylvania. Doug, thank you very much for being with me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, John. Thanks for having me on.
So let me ask you just sort of generically, what does it mean to have Senator Toomey say that he's not running for re-election and he's not running for governor of Pennsylvania in 2022?
Well, it's a surprise and it's not a surprise. He's always been a supporter of term limits. And as a result, this would have put him into a third term as a U.S. Senator. There has been talk about him running for governor, of course, since even before he was a U.S. Senator. So frankly, I'm not surprised that he's decided to retire, I guess is the best way to put it. He has no other plans at this point, and he plans to serve out his full two years left in his U.S. Senate term, which is unusual. You usually get retirement announcements just a few months before the filing deadline to run.
And what does this mean then for others in both the Republican and Democratic Party? Is this an opportunity that's unexpected?
Oh, it sure is. It's clear that the current Attorney General, Josh Shapiro, is going to run for governor in 2 years. That's no surprise. But it does start a domino effect. Now there's going to be Republicans that are going to obviously be taking a look at this U.S. Senate seat that wouldn't have before. Democrats are going to get renewed interest. And frankly, I've been doing some research. It's been a long time since there's been an open Pennsylvania governor's seat and an open U.S. Senate seat in the same year. In fact, I wasn't able to find when that last happened. So it's been a long time since both of these seats will be open in the same political year, 2022.
Talk to me a little bit about the domino effect. What do you mean when you say there could be a domino effect in both parties?
Well, if a member of Congress decides to run for this U.S. Senate seat, then someone's going to run for, let's say a state senator runs for his or her congressional seat. Then someone's going to run for that state Senate seat, maybe a state representative, and then someone's going to run for that state representative seat. So this is all going to be a one after another, a domino effect as to who's going to fill the seat that's open because someone else is running for that seat.
That's very interesting. What about an opportunity for women and people of color? A lot of the names I've heard thus far are all white males.
Yeah, a lot of folks are going to shy away from running against an incumbent U.S. Senator had Pat Toomey decided to run for re-election. But now it's a whole different ballgame. He is the only statewide Republican elected official right now outside of judges on the three statewide judge seats or judge levels. So this really does open an opportunity for folks who may not have thought they could run before because of the enormous price. It's not unusual for a U.S. Senate campaign these days to run up tabs of $20 million when you include everybody who's spending money on a race. This makes it a whole different ballgame now, especially now that you're going to have a governor's race at the same time.
Yeah, you made that point. I thought it was interesting that it's very unusual that Pennsylvania elects a brand new governor and a brand new U.S. senator at the same time.
Yeah, it is unusual. And Pat Toomey is unique in his own right. He was the first U.S. senator representing Pennsylvania from the Lehigh Valley since the mid-1800s. So you have a whole different array of options here for people running. Okay, I can run if I'm from the Lehigh Valley. Tom Ridge proved you could be a governor from Erie, et cetera. So it really does open up a dynamic that wasn't available until he made that announcement, Pat Toomey, that is, that he's not going to run. Again, he announced he's not running for re-election for U.S. Senator, and he just said he's not going to run for governor as well.
Well, Doug Saltzman, thank you, sir, very much for sharing your expertise with us. I really appreciate it. It was good to be with you.
You're welcome, John. Thanks for having me.